We just concluded a long drive to Daet, to and from, and it was a chill ride. Let's talk about it. Yo, what's up, guys? Mike here, your host in Mix TV. Welcome to another Geely vlog, of course. Before I proceed to my vlog today, I just want to thank everyone who saw my previous vlog. I didn't expect it to have that much views. I think nakita ko siya kahapon, nasa 9,000 na ata siya. And the comments, thank you. It was an interactive chat or comments. I replied to most of them, pero siguro I'll just make another vlog. Good morning, everyone. I'm headed to work. Traffic, might as well make use of the time. I survived Daet long drive with my Geely Coolray. Almost a 12-hour drive to, and same goes going back, kasi galing ako ng Teresa Rizal. Dumaan pa kami ng Turbina sa may Calamba exit. Doon din naman ang way papuntang Maharlika Highway. Teresa to Turbina, I think that was 2 hours. Umalis kami ng bahay 3 a.m. in the morning. Boklak ang meet up. Kailangan ko pang meron pa akong kailangang sunduin sa Turbina, another passenger. So 4 of us in the car. Fully loaded din yung trunk. I was having a full tank as well. Enough said, it was a total of almost 400 kilometers din eh. Ang full tank ko, based dun sa distance to empty, is may empty siya at around 350. Well, I guess hindi siya ganun ka-accurate. Kasi nakarating kami ng Daet, meron pa akong 2 bars, 5 minutes away from the transient house that we rented. So the drive, 3 o'clock umalis kami ng Teresa. Arrive kami sa Turbina around 4:45 a.m. We took C6, Bicutan, then SLEX, and then Calamba exit. We met up with my cousin. My cousin is driving a Mirage with her family. So far, this was the farthest or the longest drive I had with my Geely Coolray. The last one was 12 hours din naman, pero that's because of traffic. 6 hours papunta sa Baler, and then 12 hours pabalik kasi that was Holy Week. And napagod ako dun kasi yung traffic ang nakakapagod. Not going back na, I check my ways. 8 hours flat, sabi. 8 hours flat, you'll arrive dun sa desk. This is accounting for all the traffic, the weather, kasi it's also raining that morning. Halfway through, the 4th hour, huminto siya. So we head on. Stretch naman from Turbina going to Maharlika Highway was okay. Hindi naman siya rough. Pero at the latter stages of ang dami ng butas ng mga sahig, potholes. Doon ako nagwo-worry. I'm not worrying about traffic or construction. Yung mga potholes kasi gabi, madilim, hindi mo siya makita. Drive mode ko pala, Eco. Turbina all the way, naka-comfort mode ako. I didn't have the chance to switch to sports mode on the way there. Parang inalam ko muna yung kung saan yung mga butas nung daan. Parang I got myself familiar. Kasi first time ko magdadrive papunta doon. Umabot din halos ng 11 hours eh. Kasi nag-stop over, nag-breakfast ng konti, toilet break. And then we got stuck in this one diversion road, Lopez Bypass. Standstill kami doon for almost 30 to 35 minutes. Way through Monan, sa Atimonan, yes, sa Arco ng Atimonan. We stopped there for coffee. They realized na yung flat na yung kaliwa ata. Good thing they have spare. Which brings me to a thought. May spare ba tong kotse ko? Parang hindi ko pa ata nakita. Kung meron man, alam ko wala sa ilalim. Kasi pinaservice ko pala yung kotse before the day of the travel. Tinasilip ko lang. Chinek naman, okay. And then they were trying to change the oil. Kaso wala silang tool to open the filter. Sabi ko wag na kasi due na rin yung kotse for PMS. Baka ma-void pa yung PMS ko. So wag mo na ituloy. So sa madalit salita, sinilip lang siya, hindi rin siya na-change oil. Ang nalagyan lang is yung wiper fluid, yung parang sabon. Ayun, so full transparency, basically hindi siya na service before the drive. Imagine that I was all finger crossed all the way to Daet and back. Going back to the spare tire, yes, inangat kasi siya. Kaya alam ko wala sa ilalim. So hindi ko pa rin naman nakita sa loob. Alam ko tools lang yun nandoon. Parang hindi ko ata napansin kung meron. Checking ko nga mamaya. Well, kung kayo alam nyo, comment na lang. Para ano. Tapos kung wala, tanong ko ngayon, we need to buy one. Pag wala, tapos ano bibili natin? Yung donut o yung regular tire? Pa-comment naman. Tapos siguro, kung nagawa nyo na, saan nyo nilalagay? Di ba? Kasi obviously walang space doon. Anyways, going back. Naplatan siya. So we went ahead, no? Nauna na kami kasi napalitan niya na yung gulong, magpapahangin pa raw siya. Tapos papavulcanize niya yung isang gulong niya. So we went ahead. So naipit nga kami sa Lopez Drive bypass. Alam mo bang naunahan pa nila kami? Kasi hindi na sila dumaan ng diversion road. Nagdire-diretso lang sila. Nagbubuhos. So natsyempohan nila yung buhos. Kami naipit. Nag-arrive kami dun sa bahay sa Daet almost at the same time. Along the way, ang daming potholes. And then we chose to avoid that old zigzag road na sinasabi nila na medyo makitid, paakyat. So we took the longer road. Tapos sinasabi nga nila, medyo treacherous yung longest zigzag. Sinasabi nila 75 turns daw. When we were there in the zigzag, hindi ko nga na-notice na siya na pala yung zigzag eh. Pero actually malalayo kasi yung zigzag na pala. Kasi you know, I'm from Teresa Rizal and we have our own notorious zigzag. Paiksi lang siya pero notorious siya. Bakit? Yung mga 12-wheelers ba? 12-wheelers ba yun? Pag nagskwala na sila doon at bumara, patay, sarado na yung kalye. Maniwala ka. May mga accidents din doon. Madilim din kasi konti lang yung lighting. Similar to this road. Pero the thing that I noticed was when we were driving that zigzag, ang daming head-on collision na sasakyan na nasa roadside na indicating na talagang treacherous yung zigzag road na yun. Delikado. Ang dami. As in, total wreck sila. Vans, trucks, cars, you name it. Pabalik nga lang eh. Meron pang nagbangga ang bus at truck ng gravel and sand ata yun. Alam mo bang mas durog pa yung gravel and sand na truck kesa dun sa bus? A total of 11 hours-ish nakapagpa-gas din ako doon. Tapos nagpa-full tank and then we managed to get some rest. Kasi yung ibang kasama namin, they chose to leave around 9 AM sa kanilang mga bahay. So dumating sila, alam mo ba kung anong oras? 10:00 ng gabi. So dumating kami doon 3:00 ng hapon. 12 oras din naman para sa akin kasi 3 AM ako umalis. But we still managed to get some sleep and eat and relax doon sa transient house. Overall, nung pabalik kami, so medyo kabisado ko na yung daan. Nagpa-full tank ulit ako just to be sure. Comfort mode ako palabas ng Daet and then I managed to sneak in a sports mode. There was a long stretch, a straight one, na nakapag-sports mode ako. So yung average speed ko nung comfort all throughout the way was 50 to 60 lang naman. 65 na yung mataas. Nag-sports mode ako, mabot ako ng 90. Pero saglit lang naman. Kasi nga, pag na-reach mo na yung dulo nung stretch, curve na naman ulit. So mahirap na. And then going back, pabalik, doon na kami dumaan sa Quezon, ano ba to? Quezon North Forest Park. Ando dun yung old zigzag na pataas, tapos makitid. Tapos ang daming nagpa-flag sa inyo. Ng mga, alam mo yun, nanghihingi ng coins. Tapos sinasabi nila sa'yo kung may kasalubong ka o wala, pahihintuin ka nila para to give way to the car that's passing. Kasi nga makitid. And then, napaka-sharp nung mga turns. Yun. So, medyo talagang delikado siya. Especially at night, I guess. Kasi, dumaan kami doon magang-maga. Good thing at di namin naisipan dumaan. Then going back, chill ride na talaga. Walang issue sa aircon, malamig naman kami all throughout, hindi nag-overheat, the tires, the pressures are all good, kumakagat ang preno. Nakarating kami sa bahay, ako, alas 3 din. Overall experience ko with the car and driving that long, traffic lang talaga ang kalaban mo. If there's no traffic, chill ride lang all the way. Hindi mapapagod, hindi tagtag yung katawan mo. Kung hindi rin ako pagod, antok lang. Ayun. In fact, nung umalis kami ng 3 o'clock in the morning from Teresa, natulog na ako maghapon. Kasi in preparation of the drive. Kasi ayoko rin antokin. Hindi naman ako inantok. Ganun din nung pabalik. Kaya overall, na-test ko rin kung mag-a-act up ba siya after mapalitan yung transmission. Of course, hindi naman. Kakaroon ba ng issue kasi nga hindi naman talaga siya na service? Hindi naman. The aircon was cold. Ay, sinasabi ko na siya kanina. Alam mo naman nang walang vent sa likod si Coolray, in the passengers at the back, sabi naman nila malamig naman din. So overall, all good. Satisfied pa rin ako. Okay pa rin. Yung driving experience, yung comfort nga, can't complain. I'm not sure about my cousins though. They were driving tawag dito, sedan. Ayun, I saw someone replied, commented dun sa previous vlog ko na 12 hours CCU yan. I'm driving 18 hours non-stop. And that's good for you. So what's next? Hindi nga siya na PMS, diba? So naka-schedule na si Geely for PMS next week. 60,000 na siya. At papasilip na rin natin yung bumagsak na side window sa passenger side sa likod. Sabi pa naman nila, warranty pa naman daw. So let's see kung matagal ulit. Hopefully not. Kasi transmission tsaka yung motor naman ng window is different. Two different things. Well, we'll see. That's another vlog for another day. Di na ako magpapahaba pa at this is almost 20 minutes. And I hope you like this vlog. Ayun pala, meron pala akong tatanungin. Laging madumi kasi yung kotse. After, parang mas madumi siya dun kesa dun sa mga kasama kong drive. Hindi ko maintindihan kung bakit. And then, laging namumuti yung rims ko. Baka naman meron kayong alam, something that would keep my rims clean. Pati yung tires, kasi ang tire block na ginagamit ko, alam mo yun, yung mga nabibili lang sa Ace, after nya is namumuti. Baka naman meron kayong masuggest. If you do have, please, pa-share naman, para ma-maintain ko lang yung cleanliness ng kotse. Ayun, yun lang naman guys. Pa-comment na lang below. Salamat in advance. And before I go, don't forget to like, share, and hit the subscribe button and click that notification bell so that you won't miss any videos from Mike. I'll see you again on the next vlog. Probably another Geely vlog. Thank you guys. See you. Bye-bye.